What's up, everybody? It's Big Dems, and in this video I'm gonna answer the questions for the Q&A and also reveal the number and the winner of the Red Room shirt. So let's start with the questions. First, I want to get this question out the way because I was asked this the most. So I'm just gonna answer this one in general. And it was, how did I start to team up with Takedown Man? Well, that started back when I originally filmed Red Room. I had reached out to him because obviously he's the deep web guy, to see if he would, help promo and get it out there, because as I stated, it was the prototype, and the network ended up rejecting it because it was too violent, and I had spent a ton of time on it, and I wasn't just trashing it. I mean, it was originally funded by my network. That's how I was able to get the equipment. But as I said, I spent almost 2 months with tightening up the story, recording it, and for it to be rejected, I was like, hell no, I'm putting it up anyway. And I clearly stated that it was never filmed to be seen by you guys. It was supposed to be just a rough idea for the network to see where I was going with the idea. So all the haters that want to say it sucks, the acting's terrible, I'm aware of it. It was just supposed to give them a rough idea where I was going with it. And if it would have been accepted, I'd have been funded weekly to make webisodes. So I would have had money to pay for actors. But that being said, that's how I started talking to him. He liked the idea of it, and he brought me over to his channel, and that's where it is now, because he's now going to be part of Tales of the Deep Web. So that's the answer to that question, because I got 12 emails with that same exact question. Excuse me. Okay, well, the next question is from the Rotsky, and he asked, just wondering what directors you are influenced by and what music you like. Would also love to get a Red Room shirt. Where do I send for one? Okay, the first part of your question is, who are the directors I'm influenced by? Okay, that would be Quentin Tarantino. And believe it or not, he's newer. A lot of yous probably know him for his music, is Rob Zombie. I love their twisted, all over the place, the way they put their scenes together, random as shit, and they're just demented as hell. I love that shit. So that would be the answer to that. And what music do I like? Heavy metal. Straight metalhead. Do not like rap, and that goes for whatever asshole over on Takedown Man's channel said I'm an Eminem wannabe. He actually is the rapper I hate the most, so I forget who you are, but piss off. I love metal. Metal's my shit. Pantera is my all-time favorite band, and right now I would say Down is like who I'm obsessed with. Phil Anselmo is Jesus Christ to me. Okay, next question is from Mr. Billy. How did you start on the deep web? Did a friend tell you about it? And then YouTube with a question mark. I actually don't do too much deep web stuff other than, the Tales of the Deep Web, obviously. But honestly, Takedown Man's how I found out about the deep web. I was actually looking up stuff about that Cicada 3301 when I found Takedown Man's video teaching you how to download Tor and, that walkthrough. And that's how I found out about it and was like, holy shit, this is crazy as hell. And then, like I said, when my network offered to come up with an original story idea to make into a short film or a web series, I immediately thought of Red Room, and my girlfriend is the one that brought up about the private eye and all that. So that's how I started. And I'm assuming you're with YouTube, but a question mark, you're asking how I started on YouTube. That's honestly, my son, he was showing me Markiplier. And the next day, I seen an article on Playboy's Facebook page, and it blew my mind, like, how crazy you can become just by being on YouTube. And I was already listening to Mr. Nightmare, and I love that guy. So I'm like, oh, I could do that. And then that's around the same time narrators started coming out of everywhere, and now there's probably over 100 of them. And I love the horror genre, so I said to hell with it. I'm not going to really narrate, but I'll find ways to do stuff with horror. So that's how that started. Roland LaFleur asks, I know you had trouble with actors for Red Room. Is animation for films possible? The story is tight as hell. Well, I appreciate that, dude. And animation, that's actually pretty cool. I don't really know any animators, and I'm assuming that would be expensive as hell. But that is actually a really cool idea. You know, if I knew an animator, I would definitely think about that. That's actually really cool. Alright, what is it? The Runner of Foot DF Gaming asks, what got you into making these kind of videos? I'm assuming you mean like the horror and the paranormal stuff for my channel. I just love horror, and I grew up on horror movies. I love them. And paranormal stuff, my mom, she's actually real into like the paranormal, and I took down a couple of my early videos, but I actually talk about some stuff that happened with me. And one of the houses I grew up in, whether you're a believer or not, I don't give a shit. The house was haunted as hell. I mean, there was some crazy shit that happened, and I've just always been attracted to it. And I've had numerous paranormal accounts happen to me, and even friends that came to my house, like, stuff's happened to them as well. Like, friends that didn't even believe in it and thought I was full of shit until they came over to my house and spent the night or hung out. And then later in life, I actually inherited, or not inherited, but my parents inherited my grandmother's house. So they rented the house I grew up in to me and my friend. And there was paranormal stuff happening to friends that lived there with me who didn't believe me when I was growing up that stuff was happening. And they seen real quick that I wasn't lying. Sorry about that. Okay, the next question is Grand Prismatic. Is the guest doodle cutting wood? Those who ain't aware, that's like an inside joke. There's this YouTuber named One Pug Life, or Pug, and I watch him. I actually sent him Red Room stickers, and I'm assuming he seen me on there. And Doodle is this dude that's on that channel, and that's funny as hell. But no, it's not Doodle. Alright, and then Josh Harrison. Do you think you'll be doing any scary paranormal videos on TDM's channel? I'd like to, but I'm assuming most of you are here from me being on Takedown Man's channel and see the bullshit I'm dealing with for even being on that channel. So I'm gonna try to stick with just dark, jacked up stuff for now, and we'll see what happens. I'll definitely continue doing that stuff on my channel. But as far as in taking paranormal over there, I'll have to see. I mean, I know a lot of the deep web stuff he does, you know, he does the walkthroughs and shows you like proof and all that. So if I found something paranormal that actually had like documentation, I would definitely think about doing a video. That way anybody that thinks I'm full of shit, I could just post the actual documents and links to the websites that showed it. But other than that, I ain't gonna do any stories from people I know or anything that happened to me. And that pretty much wraps up the questions. Like I said, most of them are duplicated, and most people wanted to know how the hell I ended up on Takedown Man's channel. Thanks, guys. I appreciate all the questions. And now I'll reveal the number and the winner of the Red Room shirt. Alright, like I said, I'm going to do it on a random number generator. So here we go. 585. Congrats to Stephanie Davis for picking the number 557. You're the closest one. Hopefully you watch this video within this week. I'm gonna need you to email me an address I can send it to you. And if I don't hear from her in a week, I'll pick another number. But I really hope I don't have to do that, because I feel like a dick. But congratulations, you're the winner. Alright guys, thanks for all the questions. Thanks for going along and playing along. I'll see you in the next video. And one last thing. To those who are asking me how they can get a Red Room shirt, they're $15. You can go to my PayPal account link, which will be in the description. And when you're there, there's a notes section. Just give me your address and your size, and I'll send you one. All the proceeds that come from the merch is going into the Tales of the Deep Web series, which is now going to be including the Confessions of a Serial Killer stories.